What is up, beautiful people? Hope you guys having a great, fantastic day as per usual. So today, I just wanted to make a video, kind of just just expressing everything that's going on with me and my mind and all that stuff, because I feel like this is important. And I feel like somebody's gonna find this video and it's gonna be exactly what they need to hear when they hear it. And I can tell that even for myself a year ago, if I heard the video like this now, it might have made a difference a little bit better. Aside from me looking rough right now, I just want to hop on here and encourage you guys, keep on pushing, keep staying true to your journey, and have faith, because it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing exactly what they want to do, and that's not how life works. You have to work for the things that you want, and sometimes you gotta make sacrifices beyond the sacrifices that you thought you would have to in the beginning. And right now I'm at like a crossroads where it's really challenging for me, because I'm launching, like I have the foundations built for like multiple businesses. I'm launching all of them pretty much at the same time. It's actually kind of driving me crazy, and I'm not letting most people know this, but it actually is low-key. I've got everything pretty much managed and set up properly. The thing that's like really pissing me off are the things that are out of my control, right? And it's just really frustrating because, for instance, I launched the Shopify store. I officially launched it a few weeks ago, but I've had it for almost 2 months now. And then today we ran the first influencer campaign ad, and it was a flop, a fat flop. I don't even know what the stats look like. I need to check up and see how many likes and things like that I got, but it was definitely not a very good performer, and I'm pretty upset about that, only because it's like, damn, I thought this was going to be the break that we needed to move on forward, but we're sticking true to the process, man. Obviously, we got to find a couple more influencers and do better things, and try to figure out why this one didn't work as good as the other might have, or should have. As good as our predictions, I should say. But all that aside, it's just pretty crazy to me just to think about how far I've come, really, over the last, who knows how long, the last 18 months, 2 years, or whatever. Almost 2 years since I graduated. It's been about 23 months, I guess, then. Yeah, so it's actually pretty crazy how far I've come in such a short amount of time, relatively speaking. Now, like 2 years ago, I had a little bit of money, but I was really, if you really think about how far your mind transformed, like how much heights and like what kind of progressions your mind makes as you're growing up and going through the situations, how much you actually learn, it's actually mind-boggling. It's actually insane and mind-boggling to the point where you just sit back and like, wow, I actually have facial hair on my face. That's literally what I'm thinking right now. Because 2 years ago, I didn't. Like, I had like this all over my face, just like that. And I'll actually do a transformation video and stuff like that here soon. Because I want to show you guys like all aspects of me as a person. I'm not just a business guy. I'm a goofball, okay? I'm a goofy guy, and I just do goofy shit sometimes. But all that aside, I'm just reflecting right now as I sit out here, living with my mom and my sisters right now, just, chilling. I'm just thinking about how even 2 years ago, life looked so different. And how far I've come even in the last few months with all the businesses and stuff like that, and just my mental capacity to handle situations and emotional control to be able to weather any storm that's come my way so far. That in itself is just insane to me, honestly. It's like, I'm happy. I'm proud as hell at myself, right? Now, I'm nowhere near the goals and places I envision myself to be right now. I've got I have a few thousand in the bank or whatever. That's cool. A year ago, I had nothing in the bank, so I can't be upset about that, right? So I've worked and I've gotten that, and obviously, I want to be at that point where each of my businesses are all making $100,000 per month, and then eventually get into $1 million a month per mark in each business. And I think about how I spend a lot of time comparing myself to other influencers and other just like anybody that you aspire to, anybody at the level that you aspire to get to. I just think about like all the times that I've spent, all the time I've wasted just kind of trying to compare myself to them, trying to break down how they got there and why I'm not there, right? And honestly, guys, let that shit go, man. I'm keeping this video as raw and real as possible. You gotta let that go, because you know, it's something that took me a while to get past and really understand up until a couple, like literally like 2 weeks ago is when I like really clicked, right? There's no reason to be comparing yourself to other people. It's honestly like, it's really no reason, because you're gonna get to where you're supposed to be at when you're supposed to get there, and then you can't be upset, because as long as you have your plan and you work it every single day, your goal and your aspirations are gonna come to you, and they're gonna come 10 times fold, right? And all you should focus on is improving yourself day by day. I wrote on my whiteboard the other day, it's me yesterday versus me today, and that's one of the most true statements that exists on the planet, literally. You shouldn't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yourself, your better self. Treat life like a game when you're trying to upgrade as a character and get all the XP and all the stamina and literally just take yourself to the next level. You have to focus in and make it like that. Think about it like that, from that perspective, guys. And literally just watch how much better your life becomes. Because literally, if I really were to really turn back time, I wouldn't do anything different. And I'm glad I learned this lesson now versus 2 months from now, 6 months from now, 2 weeks from now, because literally it's taught me so much, and I've already grown so much, because it's like, I'm going to tell you guys right now what I want to do, like some of the things I aspire to be. I aspire to get my marketing company to well over $100,000 a month, like, no question. Like, I know I can do that. Like, that's one of my big goals. I want to see my e-commerce brand grow to a point where it's doing $1 million per month, okay? I want to see my real estate business grow to something that's doing $300,000-$400,000 a month itself. I want to see my net worth grow to tens of hundreds and billions to billions of dollars, right? I want to see my nutrition brand grow and turn into one of the most powerhouse brands inside its specific niche and do multi-7 figures every single month. I want to be a fucking movie star, an actor. I want to be on a big screen acting and just killing it. And it's not even one of those things where it's like, I mean, I've wanted to be an actor for so long, a long time in my life. I will admit to that. Like, when I was like 11 or 10, or something that used to happen to me growing up, I used to actually act out. Like, every single movie that I used to watch, I used to act out. Right, so if I watch a ninja movie, I'm a ninja now. But you guys get the idea. But no, like, I know I can do it all. I will one day get all there, and it's just a matter of me just trusting the process and letting everything go as it's supposed to go. You know, trusting the plan and working my plan. You know, and putting the effort and the work that is required to get to those certain levels that are going to progress me to like that next level. You know what I mean? And I can't wait for the day that it all happens, man. And I can't wait till the day you guys are sitting there watching me on a Netflix TV show, on a big ass movie. Like, it's gonna happen, man. And I cannot wait to just blow it all out of the water. I don't know when that was gonna happen. I hope it happens in the next 5 years. I honestly think it will. I think all of these things, besides the billionaire part and like hundreds of millions, can happen in 5 years easily. And it's all about me working my plans and just trusting the process and growing and finding the right people and learning my lessons and doing that every single day to become a better person. And just trusting God and His plan, and you know, meditating and manifesting. Right now, my TikTok is just like two followers shy of 3,000, and so I don't know where it's gonna be at a month from now, 3 months from now. But there is one thing that I really think about all the time, and I want you guys to, you know, put this in your brain and think about it too. Your life can literally change so much in the course of 1 year. We look at some really good examples right now. We'll start with Billie Eilish. Right now, she was already on her up and up, and in 1 year, she really exploded, right? Khalid, I mean, he was already on his prime, and he exploded. Same with DaBaby. He had already been doing that for years, and then one day, exploded, right? And that's like those are a couple examples. And the most prominent examples right now that I think are going to be relevant to a majority of people are going to be the growth of like Lil Nas X, because he literally, like, Old Town Road was a cool little boppity doo dot, and then this guy just, I don't know, out of nowhere exploded. And like, if you look at some of his tweets and stuff like that, he's like, it's crazy how much your life can change in a year. A year before that date, this guy was literally like sitting in a college class, half-assing, not paying attention, you know, just doing whatever he's doing. and just thinking and dreaming, right? And if we think about Charlie D'Amelio, and then we look at like everybody else in like that realm of like major TikTokers, or Addison Rae, for instance, like really sit back and think about it, they were doing something completely different a year ago than whenever that date was they blew up, right? Like they were living an average or normal life, and then 1 year after that point, they just literally blew up. And I don't see why that can't be me. Like I really don't. And it's this optimism and this mentality that I have that makes me realize and believe that it's going to happen, and truly believe that in the right time it will. And I don't know when that mark from that 1 year thing is going to be, but like even Timothy Chalamet, man, like he's on fire now. Like it's stuff like that, man. And I guess Chad Boswick and all those guys, and anybody really that just starts like that becomes an actor, or finds some sort of just kind of crazy growth or something. Musicians all the time. Meg Thee Stallion, a year before that, she wasn't doing the same thing she was doing. You know, she wasn't blowing up. She had music going, yes, and I already knew about her whenever I was in high school. Like probably about 4 years ago, she was in the Cypher, Houston versus Dallas, and the way she was bouncing, I was paying attention. You know, but just looking at everything and looking at their lives and where everything went, instead of comparing yourself to them, take the lesson they all can have across all board. They were working on their craft, and then when their time happened, everything happened for them and it shot up. Now I've been grinding. We'll just ignore everything else before graduation, right? Before I graduate, because I've been working in entrepreneurship pretty much my whole life, right? But we'll just ignore everything up until the last 23 months, and take the last 23 months for example. It's been kind of like this. It's like once I graduated, I was like I've been grinding so long, and it really felt like I was right here for so long, and then right now, you see how my fingers are going up? That's exactly where I'm at right here. And then a year from now, I could be literally up here. I could be literally acting in a big-ass movie, acting on a Netflix series, a Hulu series. I could literally be millions of dollars rolling in, not even thinking about anything. Like, it could really just be like any and everything. And it's just a matter of time before it happens, man. And I just gotta keep trusting the process, and I know it's gonna just turn out for me. Bigger and better than I ever imagined, and just what's it called? Stay true to the process, and just follow my guns. But thank you guys for watching this whole video. I know it's long, and I know it's kind of like all over the place, but just take this video as your message to realize you gotta stick to your process, and your life can literally change so much in a year. And watch how much my life changes in 1 year. I want you guys to check back at this video and just see where everything's at. Love you guys. Deuces. I'll catch you in the next one.